we are doing a grant. We're going to be giving around $100,000 out annually to artists to ensure that they get an album funded, visuals, post-production, and a music video. So that's actually a huge package for artists, right? And it's probably going to be more than $100,000, to be honest with you, depending on how we scale it. But the beauty of it is we can do all of this in-house. So we don't actually spend the money, we just give the service. And if we're not fully booked all the time, it's possible because we have the resources. Why not just give back to the artist, right? So that is, if you've missed my big wall of text on Instagram, which sucks because it's Instagram, that is what it said. Pretty much we're going to be doing that right away. Come April 1st, we're going to be opening up a portal maybe for application, but at the very least, information as to how you can qualify. And you know, at the end of the day, we're doing this because we feel and we see constantly artists generally feel super underrepresented in Calgary. No matter the infrastructure that's funded, a lot of it feels sort of self-congratulatory in the sense of like, you know, the Harkonnens from Dune will fund a board and they will give specific things out to artists, and it's a big self-congratulatory thing, and they'll only look up to artists who are extremely clean and marketable and so on and so forth. But that doesn't capture 99% of the artists, at least the ones that we get in the studio. And those people deserve opportunities too, and they deserve awards too, and they deserve, you know, they deserve fair judgment. We've been like threatened by other studios. We've been supposedly blacklisted because we've spoken out against AI. You know, it gets to a point where it's like, we do see that the industry here can be aggressive and it can be anti-creative, and when it is creative, it's like creative for a political reason, in the sense of like gaining some form of respect because they've done this or they've done that, but it's not real. It's not actually stimulating our creative economy. So there are tons of underrepresented folks who need a grant opportunity like this, who don't have the means to apply for something like, you know, like I won't name any names, but some of them are pretty challenging to get, and some of them require like, you know, proof that if you get the grant you're gonna make a bunch of money or whatever, so on and so forth. But that goes against art, I think, inherently. Like a lot of these people, a lot of these artists, they want to just create because they feel that they have to. Unequivocally, it's a need for them. And we know that, and that's kind of why we are here too, because it's the same for us, to be honest. It's the same for us, and we didn't have any opportunities when we stepped in this industry. We were really looked down on by a lot of the Calgary arts infrastructure that was set up. Not the artists, but the infrastructure, the super old infrastructure. Anyway, so this is for the people who feel like in Calgary they don't have a place to be, or that they feel like they have to go to Toronto, or they feel like they have to go to Vancouver. We're doing this for everybody who feels like Calgary is behind in the industry in Canada. It's like a whack city compared to even Montreal, so on and so forth. And we're doing this to stimulate our economy in a way that hopefully gives underrepresented voices not only a platform, but the opportunity to make something that they maybe couldn't afford or they couldn't get into because of who they are, so on, so on, so on. That hopefully should start spitting out some beautiful art in our industry. Say we do this for 10 artists a year, and other studios match us. That could be 100. That could be 100 albums coming out of Calgary annually. Can you imagine what that would do for our industry? And I mean, we're not always booked out. None of these studios are always booked out. There's always open time in the studio. So what are you doing when the studio's free? Once we open the portal, this is why people don't like us, but we're gonna put more pressure on the other studios and on the other arts institutions to try to match us to some degree. If they can fill out their studio with grant opportunities, self-funded, we can really make Calgary mean something in the industry well beyond what it would otherwise. We need to start putting pressure where it matters, and we need to start doing as much as we can to make this place a place we're proud of and that feels safe to create any genre, that you feel as though you don't have to leave to Toronto or even America to kind of get a good start to your career. We're doing this because we love the city. That's why we're here, to be honest. I mean, this is all self-funded for us too. We really have had a lot of ramen nights, you know, trying to make it through just to keep the doors open. So yeah, that's the low and quick, I guess. Pay attention for April 1st. We're gonna get that out right away as soon as we possibly can. And yeah, thank you guys for listening. Sorry that it is such a long video. I can't succinctly put this. It's just, you know, we're doing grants. We're doing it because we love Calgary. We're doing it because we want to change Calgary. We're doing it because we want to put some pressure on other institutions. And, you know, we love the people here. We see tons of people, you know. We see a lot of clients, and they all kind of have the same sentiment. They feel like, you know, the city's behind. So let's fix that, folks. Let's fix that.